Welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. We're going to talk about a couple things and show you a couple things. First thing I want to do, and the most important thing about text, make sure text is legible. You notice how you can read this against the yellow background? Because it's legible. What if I applied a red background? Now the text is a little bit harder to read. And I can guarantee you there's not going to be one customer that's going to want to read this paragraph after paragraph. And I still see some websites to this day where text is not legible. Okay, so it's most important. Right here is an address that I provided, msdn.microsoft.com / this information. Will give you a little insight into color theory and how to use it with text and backgrounds. Okay, so let me take this off here and talk about the next thing. Text on a shape. How would you do that? Go over to the text tool and then choose text on a shape. And we'll select rectangle, but you can select these other options. You can choose your font family and your size, and we'll just draw a nice little rectangle here. And then when you're done, you see how this cross will change into an I-beam with a line through it. That means you can start typing. And I can put I love rectangles because they cover all sides. Okay, and then you press the green check mark to commit it, and that's done. And now the good thing is, select the I-beam again, and then press the control key, and you can move your text around if you want, or flip it to one side or the other. Okay, it can be a little tricky, so just bear with it. Okay, and then click the green check mark, and then there you have it. And then you can move it around if you want with the move tool. Now, how would you do text on a path? Well, this is easy. Just go ahead and select the text tool and choose text on a custom path, which is going to bring up the pencil tool, and you'll just draw a path. I'll draw a big loop. Okay, and once you draw the loop, press the green check mark. This then allows that I-beam with the mark to come through, and now you can type I love loops. I love loops. You get the idea. Okay, and you know, go all the way around. Okay. Now the path won't print, just so you know, but it will leave this I love loops going in a circle. Okay, for the next part, text on a selection, I'm going to bring up the organizer. I'm going to go to, I think it's chapter 2. Now maybe 3, but yeah, chapter 3. I'm going to choose this sculpture here. We're going to open that up. Okay, and then we're going to choose text on a selection. And what this is going to do first is you're going to select the sculpture here. And then when you press the green check mark, at that point you'll see your I-beam change, or your cursor change to an I-beam with the mark. And then you can type again. And this time we can put I love sculptures. Okay, change the color so that we can actually read it to yellow. And then you can see how it goes. It says I love sculptures, and then you can continue it if you want. And I increase the font size. I love sculptures. Anytime you want to change it, you can just highlight it here and then reduce the font size to 12, for example. So that's a nice little way of making a text around any type of selection that you want. I just chose this sculpture.